We're back.
Hello.
We're
We're
back.
back.
It's
Finally.
been so long.
Been a bit.
Shit's been crazy.
I've been fiending.
Killian's gonna kill a man.
Well, ideally no, because that'll cause way more political issues. But
Yeah. We're testing metal, testing scaly metal.
Well, just
Yeah.
testing scale against metal.
Yep. So last time we started still in the giant's I don't know, temple, throne room, resting place, which it has become. With Bastion looting the giant's literal leg, weapons, loads of barrels of ale that's been aging for 1,000 years in this place. Particularly because we discovered that with a little bit of a spell and with those ridiculous gloves, gauntlets, Lena has an insane carry weight.
Just a bit.
And we have a folding boat. So we could transport stuff back. So we did. First, though, Auril showed back up and said that the Fae would assist the Valians in the battles to come. Gave Killian an icy medallion as a token that'll give him some authority over Fae that are nearby. He probably isn't going to be able to command them in battle formations or anything, but they probably won't pants him.
Probably.
mainly
assume.
because it's a nice buckle as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Buckle of fire, just in case.
Yep. So we took all the ale and the gold. We sailed back to the mainland, up the river to Veterdir. The soldiers there had seen some combat recently. There was an attempted a siege, at least an attack. And Arn meets us at the gate. The big ol' hug for Killian. Wonder if he got a letter. Anyhow, the clans are having a reunion that day. We meet Braun, cousin to Killian. Braun Nygaard, House of the Bear. We met Quinn, whose name I did not spell correctly now that I see the token there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Eric, what the fuck is up with that spelling? How dare you?
I expect this from Ariel, but you?
No. That's that's like Florida level of like trying to spell a name. Like, come on.
Well, look, at least all the right sounds are there.
That's why it's Florida level. That's why I thought Ariel at least has culture behind hers.
So, Quinn, House of the Griffin, all but destroyed when Volt took over that part of the ice wastes, and but that family did manage to survive in some aspect. Apparently, we find out that Vera from House of the Dragon is in New Haven still with Ulf, trying to do politics in the wake we left behind. So, Killian and other heads go to do politics in a different setting, a very, very Valian setting.
Yeah, goddamn right.
Place in the war room. We see a black dragonborn waiting there. His name is Lord Adder. I wonder. Old campaign. He seeks to reclaim his kingdom, wants the old kingdom to recognize his rule over Volt, and in exchange he will return the land in the ice wastes, I believe, that was once part of the old kingdom. And an alliance could be good on both sides. Killian, however, wants to test his mettle, specifically against Scales. So they're going to meet at the bridge at sundown, and they're going to have a fight.
Basically, Killian figures, like, there's an amount of trust that would be required going into this. And rather than hashing out, like, politics and contingencies and shit like that, he just wants to punch him and see how hard he punches back.
As is the Valian way.
Because if his heart's not in it, then he doesn't want anything to do with this.
See, you laugh now, but Valia is going to collapse against the ultimate threat, Bobo the Clown.
What?
Just always comes back. Nothing you can do about it.
Anyways.
Damn. Okay. I'll just see you guys tomorrow.
Is that Rugrats?
No, like the clowns you punch. They call Bobo the Clowns. Whatever. I'll
Whatever.
I was writing something, so I actually did not hear most of that.
Yeah,
That's okay.
whatever.
It's
Anyway,
it broke my soul to even say the first time. I'm not repeating it.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's where we're at.
alrighty.
I feel like there's
Um,
conspiring going on.
So, for the sake of this, actually, I'm not going to throw you there just yet. So, okay.
The ancient tomes.
You know, I wish I timed the jokes a little better because now we're just sitting on that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm dying on the inside here.
Just let it fester a little more. Okay.
Man.
The sun is beginning to set. A cold wind blows through the trees. It's unseasonably cold. You can almost smell the snow on the air, hinting at what's to come. It's early in the season.
Wow.
It's about midway through harvest, but it's not unheard of, especially for the Old Kingdom. Looking out from atop the bridge that spans the river Gloma far below, the signs of battle can be seen in the distance. The very edges, you can see smokes and of combats. You can see felled trees. Some of the larger patches damaged. Additionally, signs of early frost have begun to kind of collect over the stonework of the bridge. Looking just right, you can see the very beginnings of icicles forming below this bridge that connects the two towers. The city's namesake, Winter's Door, kind of would soon be formed by this, the presence of this ice. Winter is clearly coming. Killian, you find yourself on the eastern side of the bridge with kin and clansmen behind you and your friends or traveling companions, however you regard them, behind them. You draw your Sword of Kings and stare down your foe, the Black Dragonborn Adder, staring back at you from the west side of the bridge.
Ooh, look at this.
Mm-hmm. He meets your gaze, staring you down, without flinching, without breaking his gaze. He holds his hand out to his side as this magical glowing ring kind of forms in the air. Protruding from its center is the hilt of a sword, which he firmly grasps and begins to kind of forcefully but slowly draw it. As it's coming loose from this magical circle, it lets out the shrieks and cries of steel on steel and steel on stone. And it kind of pierces through all the wind and noise of the city. Flames kind of lick out from this rift that's been created, seemingly trying to keep hold of his blade as he pulls it forward. At the very base of the blade, there's this small dragon skull kind of embellished there, which paired with the flames from the rift almost gives the semblance of a dragon spewing flames. Mm-hmm. His blade is a little longer than a normal longsword, but not significantly so. You wouldn't call it a great sword. The flat of the blade is kind of carved in a similar manner to yours, but with a twisted, darker script written on it. He takes a wide stance with his blade aloft, two hands on the hilts, right by his head, blade extending directly towards you, and invites you to strike first. And we're going to have initiative.
Okay.
Just for initiative's sake.
Hey, now it's
All
not
right.
an initiative roll.
Yeah. Yeah, where it literally doesn't matter.
I mean, this
Well,
might give you the chance to get rage off early, which might help.
It could matter for something.
Actually, yeah. I wonder if he's preparing a thing or not. We'll see.
Alrighty.
Would you do this to me? Wait, no, I'm good. I've got 40. I'm a barbarian. I forget.
Zoom.
I thought you were gonna be the cruelest GM ever.
No, I was not.
All right. Well then. I mean, let's start this off right, shall we?
Yep. So, you would like to rage? Yes, of course.
He kind of levels the Sword of Kings, kind of pointing towards him with one hand, shield in the other.
Mm-hmm.
And then the kind of wisps of wolfiness come off the shoulders. And there's a large, toothy grin he gives. Let's have some fun, alright? He's gonna charge right at him.
Okay.
So.
For the record. Cool. Not that it changes too much, but
then he'll pull the hood up with him.
If that was a legendary action, technically I don't think he could have taken it.
He readied himself. I know it says cost 2 action. He readied himself for this.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So Reckless with the hood brings it to regular advantage.
Yes. So.
And we're going to start with the swing from the Sword of Kings.
26. He catches your blade, but you still manage to get a good swing in on him and hurt him for 11 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yep.
And comes around for a second.
Once more, he swings his blade around very elegantly. He's much more dexterous than perhaps you are. Catches your blade once more, but the sheer force of it, you still land the blow for 12 more damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Come on.
All right. That's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. He.
You know what, I'll be honest, that pause at the beginning made me think that 26 was going to miss too, and I'm going to be like, oh, I'm fucked.
No, Killian has made a mistake. Killian's going to get fucking decapitated, so he's going to walk over with his head, put it back on his shoulders, and say, let's try again.
Okay. He is going to ready his blade and make two attacks in succession. Very quick attacks. You see as the blade goes to connect, the first swing, kind of fire envelops the blade as it swings out at you.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's a scratch.
We're starting off good.
Yeah.
Decent.
With a
Crit
solid blow. A solid blow swings into you. You're almost not expecting how swift this attack comes in. But yeah, you reduce it by 7.
Because he rolled a bloody 10 and a 9 on his D10s for fire. I assume.
Oh, right. Sorry. So 11 slashing reduced to 5, right? You're raging?
Yep.
And then 19 reduced. Oh, getting resistance. Okay, so that's reduced in half as well.
Yep.
To 9, and you regain the 7, so you're down 2 for that?
Yep.
Okay.
As it smashes against his neck, and he's just like, nice.
And he brings the blade around quickly once more. This time, you see kind of sparks of electricity kind of sparking out through the blade. Not quite as solid a hit, but I believe that still hits.
Yep, for 5 to 2 and 4 to 2. Because I get the resistance until the end of my next turn.
Yes, you do. Okay, let's see. He is going to not play that dirty. No, yeah. He'll just kind of take a step to the side, put as much distance as he can between you, but he's still right next to you. He's still in range.
All right.
Okay. Killian.
So, you said he was more dexterous than strength.
He's maybe more dexterous than you.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I'll play the game anyways. First attack's gonna be a shove, trying to knock him prone.
Okay.
20.
20. All right. Does not have the proficiency. Shove attack is strictly contested athletics.
No,
No,
I believe so. Yes. Yeah, grapple is the acrobatics, I think.
Yeah, grapple is both, so is shove.
Oh.
The only one that's contested is the disarm. Sorry, the only one that's only contested athletics is disarm.
Sorry, real quick. I'm going to just verify this because target strength or acrobatics. Yep. That is the okay. So he's going to try to not let you get anywhere near him. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so he is prone.
All right.
Knock him down.
All right. So this one won't be reckless. I'll keep the hood up. So that'll be enough to.
Oh, shoot! Whoops. Oh well. I'll let it slide. Nothing. Keep going.
All right. And I'm gonna bring the fangs down on him.
All right.
17.
He almost gets out of the way, but you manage to latch on with the fangs.
All right. Yep, 3. All right, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. Okay. At the end of your turn, he slams his hands of one of his free hands onto the ground. Sorry. Was one of his free hands onto the ground, and this kind of dark, twisted script that, like, similar to what's on his blade, appears on the ground next to him, next to you. Oops, that's not what I wanted. As this giant, like, tendril of dark energy kind of comes out of the ground and attempts to smack you.
All right. For dex save.
Dex save, yep.
I see
it's
that
coming right at you. You do. You still get hit.
For 4
For
down
2.
to 2.
Yep.
Keen a little smack across the cheek. Just
Thank you. Alrighty. And then he quickly spins around and gets up. And he is going to What will he do? Yeah, he's just going to attack you. This isn't going so badly yet. So, this was not reckless, so this is a regular attack. He brings his blade on you once more. This time, you see kind of ice crystals kind of form along the blade as he swings it at you.
All right. I'll take that one.
Yep, so 6, 8 damage total. Yes. And then the blade swings around once more as kind of the blade seems to give off a little sizzle of an acidic nature.
Nope.
That one you kind of jump right out of the way, like one of his attacks as he's getting up. You goes wide. And yep, he's actually gonna go to the opposite side of you.
Okay.
Maneuver, position himself.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's your turn.
All right. I'm going to. I'm gonna try to grapple him.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
I'll do this.
Pretty solid.
Ah!
He jumps right out of your grasp at the last second.
And come after it with a bite. This will be with the hood, so down to neutral.
Ooh, yeah,
Oh,
a solid hit.
Nice.
Yeah, getting in some work there.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
This can Killian tell from a glance if the thing to the side of him is gonna like take an opportunity on him at all?
It looks hostile.
Is it a creature?
It's for intents and purposes, yes.
Okay. You know what?
It's just this tendril kind of floating in the air there, waiting.
He'll take a step over to here.
Okay.
Oh, that was an excellent sound for him to disappear because of.
It is going to swing out at you.
All right. He doesn't need to command it to do that?
Nope. Sorry, it's the same. Sorry, I did not prepare the tendrils sheet, so.
Alright.
9. So no, that still hits for 3 damage. Just taking pot shots at you.
Yep.
Okay. That is your turn. Alrighty. He's going to, kind of maneuver himself once more, trying to put a little bit of distance, but still within fighting range. Did you reckless?
I did not.
No, you had the hood, yes. And yeah, okay. Alright, yep, he's going to take, ready his blade, and he's going to swing out you at first with fire, and then with cold.
Alright.
26, that's a solid hit.
I'll throw another giant skin on that.
Ooh, okay, 2, 7, 6 damage total.
Hold on, let me just mark up the die. And one, really? All right.
1, yeah.
All right. So that'd be 4, 3, 2, 7, 6.
And then he'll follow it up with that cold. Yep, that's 7, 8 more damage. And then, unexpectedly, on the kind of follow through of his swing, you see him just reach out to chomp you with his own bite. Ooh.
Cheeky.
So yeah, he chomps you for 4 damage. And he gets a little health back.
Oh, you little bitch.
What? He doesn't say.
Sam Killian can dish it out, they can't take it.
Hey, enemies can't drink potions. That's cheating.
Yes.
I'm a cleric.
All right. Yeah, Killian.
Hmm.
You guys are just like volleyballing health back and forth.
Yes.
Mm. This is called a war of attrition.
Yes. It's 3 pages, Eric.
3 pages. We have made it through page 1.
That's horrifying. Okay. Take back what I said. Fair enough.
Right. I'm gonna go for another grapple.
Okay.
Ah, come on. Oh my
just-
god.
Dances around you.
It's fucking dice. Okay. Bite it, reckless.
Okay. 18 hits for 9 damage.
And you know, he'll take 1 step over to here as well.
Okay. At the end of your turn, he's going to slam the ground, put another tendril right there to make an attack on you.
Mhm. Oh wow, actually got it.
Yep, you nimbly slide out
It
of the
would have
way
been 1 anyways.
as it slams into the ground with the spectral force.
Is that not half damage?
No.
It says half damage on the thing, that's why I ask.
Does it?
Description says or take saving throw success is half damage.
Weird. No, it's you dodge it or you get hit.
Alright, cool.
It is. Yep, no half damage thing. Ignore that. Sorry, I haven't looked at this in a while,
Mhm.
but that's not how it should be. Okay, and then on his turn, actually, he will. Yep, he'll just keep this up. This is going well, so he's going to make a lightning attack against you and an acid attack. So lightning first,
Mhm.
at advantage.
Mhm.
For 312 damage.
Yep, I'll just take that one.
And then acid for 6 damage.
Yep.
Kind of slowly chipping away at your defenses.
How's he looking in
And-
terms of health?
He's looking pretty good still.
Okay.
Fast. Sorry.
He's gonna take a step this way. What's up?
Killian, can you click your resistance thing again?
What resistance thing?
The thing that gives you resistance to the extra game. Yeah.
Till the end of my next turn.
Yep. It doesn't grant acid resistance though.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I just want to make sure that was being counted. So I wasn't sure how it was being
I
counted.
never used it against acid damage.
I meant it for the last attack. That's why I'm checking.
I didn't use it against that.
I'm just checking.
I took the full 9 in the full 2. Alright.
All right.
Okay. This is not working, and it's annoying.
You are definitely doing damage,
Yep.
but he looks pretty strong. He's holding his own.
Yep. Alright, one more grapple.
Okay.
Fuck me.
Oops, that should not have been. Oh, that's an 11.
Oh, I actually get him?
Yep. He got him.
Okay.
He tries to jump out of the way, but you managed to to catch one of like the horns on his like armor plate and pull him in.
I need to check a rule real quick.
Mhm.
Okay. This is gonna be stupid.
Mhm.
I'm gonna drag him.
Okay. You can move like half speed, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull him into the water.
Oh, you're not throwing him. You're diving with
With him. Yep, keeping the grapple.
Okay, so for the record,
Mhm.
the map is not accurate.
Yep.
You are very high in the air right now.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, you go over the side and begin plummeting into the water.
This guy's a black dragon, right?
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn, sorry, right. So he has water breathing, doesn't he?
No. Dragonborns don't get that from.
Yeah, black dragon.
They get
Oh,
the
that's
rough
right.
weapon.
That's right. Okay, that's right. That's what I'm thinking of.
Anyways, on the way down, I'm just gonna bite him.
You know, why not?
Snacking on him.
Of course.
You have the hood up. You have the hood up.
Yeah, good point. I'll just click it again. No, fuck me.
Alright, I tried.
Okay.
So, do we both hit the water?
I need to check a rule. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
How heavy are you?
His initial weight you gave me is 250.
Yeah, yep. Killian's a big dude. So
You know what? Also on the way down, just because, patch myself up a bit.
Mhm.
How tall is Killian again?
6 something?
6'4".
6'4".
6'4". Okay.
Like, which is not as bad for that tall, but that's still pretty. He's still pretty built. Okay. Carry weight. Okay. Strength score multiplied by 15. Yeah. He's got the NPC sheet, so obviously he doesn't have the. Ooh, with your equipment, you are definitely more than that. Yeah, no, you guys plummet into the water. So he does attempt to, though. As you're falling through the air, you see comes these spectral black dragon wings kind of fly out of his back as he begins to like try to counteract this, but you're just too heavy, and you both plummet down into the water below.
So, now for my master plan.
Mhm.
The last thing Killian got was this little thing. And so I can choose. And I've currently chosen a swim speed. And I can breathe underwater.
Okay.
So, this will be fun.
Graduated from a dog to a fish.
Mhm.
Okay. For the sake of this, I'll just go put you guys down there as everyone is eagerly watching this. You're slowly drifting away, but it's not
Mhm.
ridiculous amount. Okay, so you have him grappled.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, you tried to bite him. Oh, that didn't work.
Yep.
Never mind. He is going to. No, he's not going to be dirty. He wants to fight this fight. Okay, so you are underwater.
Yep. So, any
So-
attacks he would have.
Yep.
Disadvantage.
Okay. You leave him no choice.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Slot place. Vampiric touch. Hey.
Oh wait, what the fuck?
I get the feeling this guy might be a bad guy based on the flavoring of his spells and attacks.
Oh, it didn't roll the numbers, did it? Gosh darn it.
Nope. He's gonna make a melee spell attack against me.
Attack. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna roll that one more time. There we go.
Aha.
So you're holding on to him. He shifts his focus to you and just grabs onto you as well to deliver this vampiric touch, which I believe 23 hits.
Yeah, it does. So that's 22 necrotic.
And he goes up. Yeah, yep.
Hmm.
That's his turn.
Mm-hmm.
As you slowly drift.
Yep. So, I mean, I'm just gonna keep going at him.
Yeah.
Going to be doing the full gambit of Hood and Reckless.
Okay. To kind of counteract the water.
Yep. No, I don't get disadvantage. I have a swim speed.
Oh shit, that's right. Yep.
Oh, sorry, that shouldn't be plus. That should be regular. Because he still has his
That's-
defensive stance,
yeah.
unless being underwater negates that.
Oh, sorry. I didn't word that properly. That's just until like his next turn.
Okay, I've been keeping that in mind for a bit.
Sorry. I read that later. I was like, oh shoot, I forgot. Whatever. Anyways.
Alright, well then I guess it is double advantage now. Cool.
Yep. Yes, it is. I mean, it's still a 26. Yeah, absolutely hits.
Yep, and then a swing with the Sword of Kings.
Ooh.
Aha!
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yep. That's a solid hit. He is. It looks like he's starting to feel it a bit. As soon as you do that, you hit him with this blow. You see him reel back and immediately unleash this breath of acid at you.
That's range, that'd be disadvantage.
It would be a disadvantage. You are correct. My bad. I'm gonna roll one more time. 15.
15 does not hit.
15. So yeah, he spews this acid at you, and you kind of like nimbly shift your way around as the water catches it. And yep. Okay. Nice. Alrighty. He is going to. Oh shit! He's going to make a con save. That's what he's going to do. That's a save. That's it's half the damage, right?
Yeah, equal to half the damage or 10, whatever's higher.
Yep. So he does save. So he still has his concentration up. he is going to go ahead and attempt to. Just 1 second.
I can't believe Killian's trying to drown a dragonborn.
Yeah, one that can like hold his breath for 15 minutes. You know,
I can hold my breath indefinitely.
that's true. It's fair. Okay. Shoot, what's right?
I'm mainly here for his disadvantage, and my not disadvantage.
No, yeah,
I know,
you
I know.
definitely have him on the back foot here. He is not equipped to fight underwater.
Man, every day I want Reckless to be like a thing that characters get, not barbarians get, because you just do some stupid shit. I just want to be able to give someone Reckless.
Yeah, it's useful.
Don't worry, you'll all get it eventually.
Horrifying. That sounds like a threat somehow.
How many
It's
strength
brilliant.
checks are you doing? 15 minutes underwater.
Ooh,
Ah.
that's a doesn't hit. He goes to grab you, doesn't quite connect.
Yep. Killian will kind of like wrap his arm around that and just like, you're the first one to try that shit.
Underwater.
Yep.
Already? Yep.
It's anime dialogue. It's fine.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna keep daring into him. Chomp with the fangs.
Yep, that's a hit.
And swing with the sword.
Ooh, yeah. Nope, that's a hit too.
Mm-hmm.
How many crits have been in this fight?
Quite a few, actually. Okay.
You know what? I'll bonus action. Heal myself again.
Okay, yeah. So he needs con saves. 19 is fine. 14 is still fine. Yeah, okay. He is going to GTFO. Or attempt to, at least, because you have him grappled.
I'm just double checking that being underwater doesn't have anything with athletics or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you don't have swim speed, it does. But...
There's no clear ruling.
I think I'm on the exact same page.
Yeah, probably. Only melee range weapons and attacks are affected by being underwater.
Okay. Cool. So I'll just advantage athletics. Nah.
Yeah, it goes to wriggle out of your grasp, and he can't quite get free. Shit. He's yeah, you got him on the back foot.
All right.
He's kind of stuck there. Killian.
All right. Go for a bite.
That does not hit. He
That-
kind of
That's a
pushes
shame.
himself. Pushes himself back just enough to escape the bite.
Sword.
Well, yeah, that hits. Okay. So that deals an additional 8, right?
One
Yes.
D8.
So 10, 19. That's... No, remember crits work are max.
Oh right. No. Yeah.
Yep,
My bad.
that's 19 damage. That's a huge hit. It's probably the best you've landed on him so far. He is starting to... con save. That's good. He doesn't look scared, but you can see the look of he's definitely in flight mode at this moment.
Killian will scream underwater best he can, tap out when you like.
He is going to, at the end of your turn, kind of try and meet your gaze. As you see this weird sparkle in his eyes, and something begins to affect you.
No, don't.
No, don't. Nope, they don't. Okay.
Cheeky bugger.
He sees you shrug it off and doesn't know what to do. So he knows he has to get out. So he's going to try and break free once more. No.
Advantage. Flex.
Yeah, no. He can't quite break free.
I want to break free. Okay.
Seeing this, you see he kind of relaxes his body and offers up his blade as a sign of you've won.
All right. Killian will kind of let go a bit, keep a hold of basically like his collar or chest plate or whatever he's wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Sheath his sword, have his grab his in the other, and swim to shore.
Yep. So if you'll allow it, as soon as you break the surface, you see his two guards have flown down. These giant, heavily clad dragonborn with wings are kind of hovering over the water, keeping an eye on things. If you allow them, they will fly you back up.
Yeah. He'll kind of like pull their charge up to the surface, gasping and sputtering, and just like, "That's yours."
One will take him, kind of like get him situated, but Adder does have his own wings.
Yep. Killian will take a ride up.
Yep. You notice that they each kind of take an arm on you to carry you up. It's quite heavy. They fly you up. Okay. You're out of initiative. Adder catches his breath at the top. That is some fight there, young prince.
Same for you. Man, you really tried everything.
Yeah.
You want to turn me into a fucking statue down there? How do you think you'd get out of it?
It can be cured.
You got like girl's neck. Well, I wouldn't say that's exactly dual safe, but I mean, if I can push you that far. And he just kind of shrugs and walks back. All right, he's good.
So that finishes like cleaning out his nails. Like, oh, you guys are done?
Yeah. So you guys, you're just off screen. You can throw yourselves on there if you want to, or you're there though. You are there and present.
So get it out of your system.
He's like, I got everything out of his system. Hey, he looks back. Any other tricks you're about to try?
There were a few I could have started at the beginning, but going underwater bits, that really threw me.
He like stretches his arms. Oh, you chose the bridge.
Your father will kind of step forward and say, usually going off the bridge is not ideal, but good job.
He smiles with blood in his teeth.
Also, I heard you yelling down there, but it sounded more like gargling. Like, what were you saying?
You had to be there.
All right.
And he turns back around. Well, what do you think the next step is then?
For you, probably a bath. You're gonna make the entire place smell like wet dog.
Wet dragon, more like.
Neither is good.
He turns back. How about you, Adder?
You see Adder, perhaps his pride a little wounded, but he he regains his composure. So, what of our deal, our offer? What does the old kingdom say?
And he looks back. I'm game. How about you guys?
Arn kind of steps in. It was well fought. It would be, though not widely accepted, it would be an honor to ally with someone of your strength. Adder nods. Thank you. Should you need assistance with anything, we are going to rest up and prepare for our journey out. You know where to find me. Before you can walk away, you hear a horn in the distance, the sound of a scout, one of the main gates. A single rider approaches.
I thought there was going to be like a raid of battle. I was going to be like, Eric?
No. You each can look out in the distance towards one of the like a northeastern gate. You do see the rider approaching, bearing a banner of the Union.
What is this?
Arn says, looks like they're finally willing to talk.
Are we?
We'll hear what he has to say.
Okay. Can I throw him in the river next? He points to the guy coming in.
Perhaps. Perhaps. Okay. I'm gonna take like a quick 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. Good fight.
I'll be honest. I did not expect to win at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Eric fights tend to do that.
There were some rolls that very much went in your favor and against his.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like it could have been a lot more even and gone either way.
Yep.
Honestly, number-wise.
Yep, I figured if I got him in the water, the numbers are like the most slanted towards me they could be.
Mm-hmm.
Best chances.
I just imagine as you guys went over the bridge, the rest of us just kind of moved over to the railing and just kind of stood there watching, like, so how long till they come up?
Is he screaming
no.
pain? Where's that? Hold on.
Is he trying to bite him on the way down?
You know, that part makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for this, Devin, but I read Banana Hog instead of. No, I can't unwatch it then.
Banana Hog. Perfect.
Really famous move. Christmas
time.
Nemi's trying to learn Valiant.
The Banana Hawk and I don't know. I'll find others.
Banana Hog has yellow tusks.
What?
Oh, of all things for you to come back to, no context.
Best timing.
And Nick misheard one of the spell names.
There's a misread.
Yeah, I read Banana Hog instead of
I can see that. Okay. Yeah. A giant banana-based boar. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay.
No, I found a better Banana Hug. Guinea pig. He's a banana hog. He's eating a banana. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. You all can make your way down into the tower, down, descending to a more a better meeting room. Essentially, It's not a throne room, but it's like this big gathering hall. Um, different one than the one you were in previously, that where the troops were feasting. And you prepare to receive this this lone soldier that has come to parley. Um, he approaches the main gate, and the guards of the Old Kingdom stop him. He willingly parts with his blade, and he is escorted kind of into this meeting space. It is a Union soldier, one of the Dawn Guard, in full plate. He still has his helm on as well. He approaches, gets a respectable distance between himself and Arn. He gives a formal bow and removes his helm. The lone soldier is none other than General Magnus Leafthorn. Human male, short, slicked back blonde hair. Definitely a career soldier. Probably had some history as a regular troop before moving up into the Dawn Guard. Starting to get on in years, but definitely one of the more tactical generals, as you would know. Wow, names escaped me real quick right there. Ooh. Sorry, Lena. You would know that Leafthorn is, or probably, no, definitely, you actually witnessed him at Friggsvager. He has been leading the assault so far against the Old Kingdom, and given the attacks on Vetrador, he's been very successful. If it weren't for your efforts with the party's efforts with the Fae, he might have actually succeeded. Might. Who knows? He takes a look around the room. He's got quite the mean scowl on his face when he sees Killian, and your party in general.
Killian gives a smile and a wave.
He returns his gaze to Arn. Your letters have been well received by the council. I do believe they agree that there's not much use of further bloodshed in this manner. Arn takes a second. You have raided my people, killed countless, sieged our capital. You have done much harm here. We are hearing you as a sign of goodwill, but just know that your stay here will be very short-lived, should I find what you have to say unfavorable. You see Magnus kind of have a curious look on his face, and even you, Killian, are perhaps surprised by what your father is saying. He has always been one for a diplomatic solution, and you see him here making his intentions very clear that we're here just to not fight a war, but we'll fight if you're gonna be an ass, basically. So you see him kind of reevaluate his position. council has a few demands to resolve this matter. Blood has been shed. Union blood. Members of the council. It is your son who is at the center of it all.
No. Are Killian?
From what I've been told, Arn begins speaking. He has been... His position has been used, manipulated by members of said council, perhaps to even take the fall for such events. I can only wonder...
Exactly like we said they did.
I can only wonder who might be sitting at the top of all this mess.
Do I still have all those papers that I stole from that motherfucker?
I thought that you
The
gave them
receipt?
to Ulf.
Did I? That's what I'm asking. I
Mm,
haven't still. I
we
still
would
have
have... We'd have to review them, but I think you might have.
because I'm pretty sure he just didn't care.
Given your history with these guys, you have a good suspicion to believe he might still not care.
Yeah.
Leafthorn might not care.
Like, don't you guys have like? I feel like this all could have been solved with like 1 or 2 truth-telling spells. But go on, go ahead.
Arn, begins once more. As agreed upon, we did send a new representative. I know my brother can be a bit rash. I would see him safely home, though, if I can have your word on that. You see Magnus kind of give a smirk on his face. Well, if he were in Union custody, he would be on his way back right now, but former council member Ulf broke out some days ago. I can only assume he is on his way here by himself as we speak.
Okay, honestly, what the fuck did you expect, though? Like, really?
You see Leafthorn is like, yeah, okay.
I've died twice, for like 20 minutes.
Leafthorn will continue. The council accepts the new representative of the Old Kingdom, but will not recognize any further elections to open seats at this time from the Old Kingdom. So the 2 seats for the capital will be filled elsewhere. Arn simply kind of gives a half shrug and says, when have those seats ever gone to us? It is of no consequence. I will ask something of you, General. You have left quite the number on our people. I think your fort close to our northern border no longer serves the purpose it once did. You will relinquish it. And you see Magnus get just this look of pure anger on his face. Lena, you would know that is his fort, that is his station, that is his right in the Dawn Guard.
Mm-hmm.
One second.
I love the idea of like, you could have did some whack shit. Give me your house about it.
I think it's more like, hey, you've gotten to live in this house for free for a while. Guess what? It's not really yours.
You guys were an asshole. Get out. I'm putting in new tenants.
Yep.
Guess what? You ripped apart all of the drywall and you nearly lit the roof on fire.
You hit the neighbor's dog, man. I gotta get you out of here.
Mm-hmm. You've taken your truck and mowed down every mailbox in the neighborhood for fun.
Because
there's,
you
like-
think someone on this neighborhood stole your mailbox.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
As a side note, we don't even think you did this intentionally, but you play baseball in your backyard and break windows like every second week.
Also, we found a cult in your basement.
Which, while technically was not in the contract, is still a bit of a dick move.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Mhm.
Fuck, where was I?
He was
He's getting
mad because
evicted.
it's
Oh,
it's,
yes.
it's my fort.
You see him contemplating this.
Politics.
He sighs reluctantly. The fort can be ceded over to you, but there is one point that the Union will not budge on. The young prince must be punished. We would not ask death of him, given the nature of this tenuous meeting. But for the Old Kingdom to remain part of the Union, we seek his banishment. At this, you see Arn doesn't quite know how to respond.
And so the Union punishes innocents for their own corruption?
You understand the implication you're throwing here, right? It's not just that there's any sort of justification for the absolute horrendous shit show that you brought to our shores. It's that you're putting forward that this kingdom was one to create such a prince that would do that. I can take your little accusations. I'm not gonna take the accusations that my father raised me like that.
Furthermore, I believe if you want anything like that, give us good reason to believe that one of you guys didn't willingly do this. Kill one of your own that you thought was inconvenient, and then decide to lay the blame on the kingdom, just an excuse to get them out of there, and then banish them for a plot that you orchestrated. Frankly, I wouldn't put it past you guys, and I've seen this firsthand.
You see him point a finger at you, Killian. General Crowbane's blood is on your hands. Of that we're certain.
And the blood of how many citizens is on yours?
An attack on the army of any standing member of the army or the Dawn Guard of the Union is an attack on the Union.
Out of character, General Corbane was...
He was the one who came to arrest us after we cleared out that cult.
Yep.
And Ulf, technically, I think, was the one that killed him.
Yep. So, because a soldier that you sent on a mission died on the mission you sent, a false mission, led astray by your lack of intelligence, or at the very least your lack of truth, you're going to blame the person who you sent this arrow at for shattering your head?
It is within the rights to arrest citizens on the suspicion of murder, of treason, all manner of traitorous behaviors.
And when the one coming to arrest them draws a blade and threatens to spill your guts, is that legal?
Hey, Killian.
Hmm.
What's the Old Kingdom's stance on throwing a liar over the bridge?
I know my stance. I just... I find it fun. You're coming in here, claiming all this bloodshed is unnecessary. You're acting like the Union had nothing to gain on this move. Like it was this great mission from the gods that you were sent on, and that your men were gonna die, and that would be okay. You would recoup no benefit. And here you are, wanting to tear across our lands, take our capital. Hell, you almost pulled it off. Almost. It's not just the blood that's sitting on the ground right now, you know. It's all the ones you intended. Do you really think you would have stopped halfway through here? You really think you would have stopped at anything other than taking this nice land for yourself?
You see him at this. You see him a little bit indignant. Populous, though it may be, the Union has no desire to conquer the old kingdom.
Well, your actions certainly speak differently.
We seek out traitors, those who would act against the council.
And the ones on the shore were the ones who stabbed the council? The ones
Sorry,
that you made, the ones you killed when you broke shore, those were the ones who killed the council?
If you had
If you guys are so willing to work diplomatically, send a letter. If you want to arrest someone, tell them. If you want to accuse someone of something, do your research. And then admit when you're wrong.
Seriously.
This stinks experiment to see if you could invade a land and get away with it, and punish us for resisting.
Seriously, what was the benefit of raiding our shores? How did that help you get the prince? I'm right here. You're no closer to it. We did some nice little work to have your boys have some trouble in the forest there. Doesn't seem like this whole ordeal was much of anything for getting me. You're the closest here, and we can cut your head off as soon as we see fit. Only reason it's still on your shoulders is because we're having any sort of willing to talk this out.
You see this rage building in him, and at your words, he says to you, Killian, as a traitor and a murderer, I have every right granted by the Union to slay you where you stand. And immediately your father chimes in. You forget yourself, Magnus, again. We broach peace, but war is in our blood, should you seek it. He once more returns his gaze to, Magnus once more returns his gaze to Arn. Leafthorn starts. You sent a letter ending to end this war. You have sought out a peaceful solution to this matter. We have laid out our terms and some concessions as well. It is your choice to meet them or not.
And have you figured out who the actual culprit was? So that in exchange for the sort of banishment that you seek to impose, you can give the wounded party their just due? The actual traitor of the council? Who might want to be just as equally banished, if not eliminated from this country.
Let's roll it a bit further back there. In all your raiding of our shores, slaughtering of our people, was there ever once the thought that went through your head, General, that maybe the one prince, the nice little figurehead to point at as the big culprit behind it all, maybe didn't do it? Was that ever a consideration? Maybe when you're running a blade through a wife. Maybe when you're watching a child cry as his home got burned down. Was there ever a little bit of a spark in that skull that thought, you know what? There's a chance this might not be justified? Or are you just a dog to your superiors?
You see him holding back every ounce of rage that he is ready to throw at you.
So, who destroyed Thorok Truesteel's body before it could speak? Because we know that the story about it coming back as an undead was a lie. There was magic at play that made that impossible. Someone manipulated that, and someone is manipulating you unless you're one of the masterminds.
My orders come from the council itself.
Orders. How about doing what's right?
Our people were attacked, and quite clearly by members of the Old Kingdom. Your brother
and you
included.
Attacked these people.
And at best, you did it through ignorance. Didn't bother trying to find out the truth. You claim your orders come from the council, who I think we can agree is corrupt. Or at least has a
Treasonous words.
Oh, come on, we're just digging a hole in your mind right now. What, you gonna banish me more for saying I don't like the council?
You've laid down accusations. How about you actually look at where they came from? We don't want, or at least I don't want, more conflict. Not here. This isn't where the problem is.
Has your council ever considered that maybe walking up the person who saw me do this nice little deed that you're so convinced I did, and having them explain that to my father might have gotten you a bit further? Maybe under a nice little bit of, I don't know, there's tons of mages in your side. I'm sure there's someone who could, get a bit more solid proof. Other than, well, the council says I did it.
A statement which I believe earlier you agreed was not true.
You understand I could cut your head off right now, and we could say that you tried to make an attack on Arn right here, right? That's within our power.
I'm sure if they really wanted, they could spin that you tried to attack the Dragonborn over there. Just tried to rush them, and in their honorable defense, the Old Kingdom decided that as allies, we'd keep them safe.
Nothing is preventing your side from pulling any different of a tactic than ours. You think every single man in your country has the morals to do everything that's right? To never pull a nice little trick, nice little bit of manipulation for their own gains? I found one of our rats. A nice little accomplice to your attempts here. Are we talking with a particular head of a particular house, maybe?
A wee piglet.
You begin to get the impression that your words are falling on deaf ears.
Yeah,
He
I've had
is
that impression for the past 10 minutes.
justified in his mission. He is given divine power, as someone put it earlier in the session, to seek down and get retribution for the attacks on his home, his nation, his people. Leafthorn just has a few more things to say. Since when has the Old Kingdom never met or ever met acts of war with words? To think that the Union would not respond to acts of war with acts of war is simply foolish. And to be granted by an audience of Dragonborn who are that the Union has publicly decided to dispute the rule and to not acknowledge the authority of said Dragonborn. To ally with them is to go against the decisions of the council. But we can't overlook this for now, as he returns his gaze to Aaron once more. As I said before, the terms are laid before you. You may send word when you have reached a decision, but know this: refusal to meet these terms will remove the kingdom and all benefits granted by being a member of the Union. And with this, he takes his helm.
I've had
and
enough
goes
of your
away.
smug face, and I'm gonna march forward. I'm not
Okay,
even gonna
Aaron?
give him a chance.
Yep, King Aaron, you got one chance to stop us.
Lena's already gone.
Yep, Bass is just watching.
What are you going to do to him?
I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna grab him by the front of the armor, and then I'm gonna start dragging him along the bridge towards the edge.
We're in
On her way.
we're in like the
You guys, you went to the tower and descended.
Ah, I thought we
Odds
were on the
penetration?
bridge.
No, no.
I was gonna give him a quote unquote soft landing in some water.
No.
All right.
By the way,
Okay,
As
so
a
you
little
can retract that.
Ah,
I mean,
that was the only thing in my head.
Okay.
I wanted to do it.
I'm sorry.
How far away is the tower?
You'd have to drag him up a lot of stairs.
Yep.
No,
I
mean, or we.
You're technically within the same building.
How close is the river?
Mm-hmm.
Killian will like tap on Lena's shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you head back? Give us time to laugh at your terms. We'll give you a message back. A few days' time, he looks to his dad.
He doesn't respond. He collects his weapon, and you see him. Yeah, he collect his horse and ride off to return to whatever camp he came from. You see Arn kind of sitting at the front of the hall, still kind of gazing off in the distance, lost in thought. You see, you see the other heirs kind of beginning to argue amongst each other, but generally, they're not arguing about whether or not they should do it. They are arguing about how exactly they're going to match his face in the next time they see him.
Yep. Killian will kind of look to Lana. It's like, I got the exact same feeling in my chest as you do. But it's not just him I want to drag through the mud. It's the whole damn side of him. So if us giving a little time to respond gives us time to arm up, gives the Fae time to do their work a bit more, let them go.
And I'm gonna put a hand on Killian's shoulder. It's like, do you mind if I capitalize on that time too?
What are you doing?
Sending a message to my family to get out of the country.
Considering he saw your face, that's for the best.
He knew me beforehand. Made it clear to the council before. So just can I request nothing before tomorrow morning?
Mm-hmm. He looks to his dad. I don't think we're making moves by tomorrow by noon, are we?
Most certainly not.
You're good.
And,
Son, I would speak with you a moment.
You got it.
Can I make one request before you two leave?
Yeah.
Killian just glances.
King Arn, if I need to, can my family stay here? Will they be allowed to emigrate to this country?
Of course.
Thank you.
And he gives a nod, and Arn kind of shovels you off into a separate room, Killian. A small, quieter room, there's just like a single table in it. before like there's even a chance to sit down, there may be merits to taking this offer. And that's where we're going to leave the session.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Because, like, if we go to war, we are going to get double banished.
I just love that moment where it's like, you're talking bad about the council. You're asking to banish me, dude. What are you... Like, come on. You think I killed some of your council members? I don't like them isn't exactly this much of a, like, great, slight against you. Come on.
Adding 1 year to life
I
sentence.
wanted
What it's gonna
so
do.
bad to make him
I
go
was-
sploosh.
I
I
had
wanted
so
it. I
many-
had
I
a
had
line
ready.
in my head
Oh,
for
I'm
her
sorry.
holding him out over
What
the
was it?
water and letting go.
What was it?
It wasn't that good.
Say
Never
it.
mind.
Say it off
Oh,
Say it. Do it. Come on.
we'll get our chance.
All right. Until next time.
Until next time.